That's Ferdie Pacheco. We'll get to that picture in just a moment as well. Thank you, Erica. We'll talk about Ferdie in just a second. But back to Rick, if you want to bring that image up of that flyer, let me mention that there is a movement afoot as well to see if we can't possibly get Rick one last consideration, because of all of his accomplishments, the only one that has eluded him for all these years has been the National Football League Hall of Fame, and we would certainly love to see him honored in such a special way. We've got to make an appeal to the Veterans Committee. I'm sort of heading up a local effort, I guess you'd say. I'm the point man, but by no means am I the only person involved in the effort. And if you'd like to help us, reach out to us. You can send us an email at show@tampanatives.com. My phone number is there. That's my cell number. You're welcome to send me a message on Facebook as well, and let us know that you'd like to participate. It's going to take a lot of people. It's going to take probably some signatures on a petition. It's probably going to take a trip to Canton, Ohio, and talk to the Veterans Committee in person. But we do have the good fortune of having Mike Ditka still among us, and Paul Horning, who have tremendous leverage and gravitas where the NFL is concerned.
And love for Rick.
And profound love and affection for Rick. So there's an opportunity there, maybe a small window. So we're probably going to have to act quickly. But we can get him in posthumously, and perhaps he'll get his bronze bust in Canton, and he'll get that gold jacket, and deservingly. Yeah. I'd like to also mention that today I had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Ferdie Pacheco. And some of you might remember that name that resonates with a lot of Tampa natives. When you think about Tampa natives that arguably put us on the map, you can start with, there's Ferdie's picture right there. Thank you, Erica. You can start with Al Lopez because he was the first. And then you've got to consider Rick Caceres, and right in there with Rick Caceres, this gentleman here, Ferdie Pacheco, also known as the Fight Doctor, became world famous as Muhammad Ali's corner man, as his fight doctor for his entire career. And I had the opportunity today to call him because Ferdie was a close friend of Rick's growing up. And he eulogized him wonderfully by making a passionate, I guess you'd say a passage on Facebook, an homage on Facebook. Thank you, sweetie. And I'd like to read it to you in just a couple of seconds, but let me just offer this to you, that Ferdie is wonderful. He lives in Miami, has lived in Miami for several years. He doesn't travel very much, as you can imagine. He's a little bit older, and he doesn't really leave his home too often. But if we could ever get him up here to do the show with us, that would be magical. If we could ever get him to call in, and we might just do that, that would be wonderful as well. But I called Ferdie today because I didn't want to read his passage to Rick without his permission. And he asked me if I would do it, and he was very gracious, and he said, please, I would appreciate it if you did. So Ferdie, if you'll allow me to read this. If you want to bring up Ferdie's picture and put me in the two-shot, Erica, that's fine. It's an open letter to everyone who is a friend of Ferdie's on Facebook. And it says, Rick Caceres, last of the Giants. I know I'm getting close to my time to leave this earth. The absolute last of my athletic heroes has left his imprint on my soul. Rick Caceres is dead. Can that be true? Not superhuman Rick, not the battering ram for the Chicago Bears, not the glittering, scintillating star of Jefferson High School, not the All-American University of Florida, not him. He was a feature in our lives. He had a thrilling career, and his life was sprinkled with magic dust. Rick was our hero. He could do no wrong. He never met a man who did not idolize him. For a man who lived such a turbulent life, when the high life passed him by and he settled into contented midlife, he settled into a happy marriage with his beautiful Polly. Even in older age, Rick was as high-stepping as the best of our age. He should have made it to 100. Well, goodbye, old number 35. I don't know who'll take your place in my pantheon of heroes. In my personal life, it would be the whirling dervish of boxing, Muhammad Ali. But Ali belongs to the whole world. Rick was ours. He was a Tampa banana, a Florida Gator, and finally a Chicago Bear. No one else came close. So he is gone. I'll miss him. Will not see his likes again. It has been a rare privilege to share my youth with you, and you as a friend, and have you as a friend for my entire life. Rest in peace, Rick. That from Mr. Ferdie Pacheco, another Tampa legend,
absolutely,
and another Tampa treasure.
That's amazing.
So, thank you guys for indulging us here at the Tampa Native Show. As we started our show, I did not feel it would be appropriate to start the show without mentioning that loss. It happened after we did our show last week, so this is the first opportunity we had to address it, and we wanted to do so at the top of the show. Let me also share with you that I spoke with Mr. Jack Espinosa today, and everybody knows Jack, and who doesn't love Jack? And another Tampa treasure as well. Jack has graciously agreed to come on the show with us October 24th, the day before Rick is honored at Jefferson High School, to do a show in Rick's honor.